Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Chatter Club. My name is Ade.
My name is David.
So, David,
Yeah.
what did you want to talk about today?
Today, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind lately.
Okay.
As I walk to work from time to time,
Okay.
I noticed that people here generally don't stick to the rule of walking on the right-hand side. Have you noticed that?
I see. Walking culture in Korea, yeah, it's a little bit wild. It's a little bit similar to the driving in Korea.
You think so? It is a little bit. But before we just go about like tackling all the things that we don't agree with,
Okay.
let's go for the pros and cons first. So
Sure.
go with the pros
All right.
of walking culture in Korea. I think in Korea generally, everyone is very nice in general.
For sure.
And so when you want something, when you need to get something, you can just kindly tap them on the shoulder. Once again, Korea is a very touchy culture, right? They don't mind you brushing your shoulder against them as long as you say you're sorry or excuse me, right?
They don't mind incidental contact.
Right, right. So if you're walking and someone is slow in front of you, you can just say 실례합니다
Right.
or 죄송합니다,
Right.
saying I'm sorry and
Right.
excuse me and just walk past them.
Right. I think because of the mindset in Korea that the country is a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Incidental contact in most situations, especially in a crowded place.
Yeah.
People know what's gonna happen and they're
sure.
kind of okay with it.
Yeah.
But I do notice because Korea is, older people tend to have more respect. They don't even sometimes need to say the excuse me. Sometimes they just kind of give you the little brush.
Yeah.
Kind of just give you a little push, and they keep going.
Another good thing I noticed, people don't smoke or spit near the subway stations.
You're right.
It used to be like that before. Like a lot of people used to smoke in public areas, but nowadays, because of the smoking restrictions in many of the bus stops and you'll be less likely be a victim of secondhand smoking.
No, it's true. So talking about just walking in general, I walk a lot, and people in Korea do walk a lot. There is a serious walking culture, and I noticed what you're talking about. The subways, there's a lot of signage.
Yeah.
Like, don't smoke around here, like 10 meters or something like that.
Right.
And it's even around schools too. Like you can't smoke around schools. But walking like apart from walking around the subways, just walking in general, you do get the people walking and smoking sometimes.
You do.
Which I've never seen anybody do that before back home. But like I don't smoke, and like sometimes when I smell the secondhand smoke, I get like a quick 10-second migraine headache.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I
Very
do.
sensitive. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I see like I'm very like cautious. Like, is that guy smoking? Like, is he gonna light up? And I'll do a little jog
or a detour.
a detour to get ahead of that person or to avoid that person. And depending on who it is, like they don't care. They'll just be walking and smoking in public, crowded sidewalk.
Sure.
But like it's rare, and like don't get me wrong, it's not common. And even when they do it, people around them like they're not happy either. It's not only me not happy; it's other people too.
For sure. Another good thing about walking here I noticed was if you wait by the bus stations, they have heated seats. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Yeah. So in the winter, you're freezing cold. Some of the seats that are in stainless steel, like the silver ones, they heat up.
Right.
And sometimes they also have chargers too.
Right.
Yeah. So it's very convenient. I think the walking culture is very different versus Canada. Canada, I don't remember having any heated seats anywhere out in the public.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started about Canada.
You just gotta be prepared for the cold.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So here they have a lot of things here, like the huge parasols out for the summer.
Right, at the intersections.
Right.
Right.
And they also have floodlights from the pedestrian crosswalks.
Right. Going back to those parasols are actually pretty clutch.
They are?
Because right near the intersection near our house, when it gets really hot in the summertime, and Korea summers get hot, I love it, but it gets really sunny.
Yeah.
And you're just standing at the light and you're just cooking, and they have those parasols and everybody's just under them.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah. I also noticed some bus stops, they have water mist.
They have them
coming
at the
out.
beach too.
They do?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So that cools you off too, like
Right.
if you're hot and sweating outside
Right.
in the summer. So that's really cool. So let's talk about the cons.
Okay.
All right. The cons of walking culture in Korea. There's a few that I want to talk about, including the right hand side, the walking culture.
You got some beef today, huh?
There's a lot of people walking everywhere. Like there's oncoming pedestrians walking this way, and I'm walking. Generally, I think we should all walk on the right side, but everyone's just walking everywhere. So like, you gotta play that dodgeball game with people.
I call it the cha-cha-cha. Like you're literally just moving your body around people on the sidewalk.
I guess, yeah, like, optimistically speaking, it's good for exercise, right?
Right.
Yeah. Another con is, you might have noticed it too, motorcycles being on sidewalks.
Absolutely, always.
But then again, we all love the quick 배달 delivery service.
It's a double-edged sword, right?
It is. Right. So like you can't. I want to complain about it really badly, but at the same time, these guys are working too. They're trying to deliver the goods as fast as they can. So I'm just like,
no, it is really frustrating.
Yeah.
Because walking with headphones on can be really dangerous too.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Because they beep.
Right, and then it's not just the scooters are the worst, but then you also get the bikes.
Yeah.
And sometimes now the e-scooters.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of. Yeah, I'm kind of generalizing here. A lot of the young people, like I mean, like middle school, high schoolers, they have like reckless abandon on the sidewalks with the scooters. So I know it sounds kind of like, is this really an issue? It is. It is. Like people, you can get hurt if you're not paying attention.
For sure.
Walking on the sidewalk.
Yeah. So like we all have, wireless earbuds, AirPods or Galaxy Buds or whatever. I think you have settings where it's like complete noise cancellation versus like transparent mode.
Right.
Best advised to have transparent mode.
Right.
So that you know what's happening around you, right?
Sure.
Another con of walking culture here, it's not so much the walking, but it's the bicycle lanes. There's no dedicated bicycle lanes.
I was gonna say what bicycle lanes.
So like if you're biking, let's say you're there's Kakao bikes, those electric bikes you can rent. You get one of those. You have to share the bike lane with the sidewalks. And sometimes here in Busan too, I guess they started implementing the bike lanes like in the middle of nowhere. So, I mean, like they didn't separately build a bicycle lane for bikers.
Right.
They just decided to paint a spot with the sidewalk. Yeah, it's an afterthought, right? So the sidewalks, although it's narrow, it's become even narrower because of the bike lanes. And because of that, people here don't care if they're walking on bike lanes.
Right.
There's not that many people bike per se.
Right.
So then bike lanes are basically shared with pedestrians walking. So no one cares if they're walking on bike lanes or not. So that's something to keep in mind.
Also, in only the main roads have sidewalks.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Only the main roads have sidewalks.
Alleyways don't.
If you live off the main road, there's no sidewalk, and the roads are narrow, and those roads, 2 cars sometimes can't even fit.
Right.
On that road, and you have to walk, so you really have to be careful. Like I've almost got hit. Not just me. I see people almost get hit all the time.
Yeah.
Like you really have to be careful walking in the back streets because there's no sidewalk.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I have to agree with you on that one too. Right. Even in those back alleys as well, cars are parked other side as well. So then, sometimes you have cars coming on the other direction.
It's mayhem, man.
Yeah, the other car has to either back out or if that car is smaller, just have to squeeze through.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right. I want to talk about just the actual walking culture in Korea as opposed to Canada in terms of how much people walk in Korea.
Oh yeah, sure.
When I came to Korea, I walked a lot because everything is walkable. Like from my house, I can walk to the beach, I can walk to my gym, post office, grocery store. I walk everywhere. Like because you don't need a car and the transportation is so good here.
Yeah.
I find myself like I try to average 10,000 steps a day.
That's good.
And I can easily do it because everything and everywhere is walkable.
Right.
As opposed to Canada, there's not that much, unless you live downtown Toronto or something like that, you're not walking anywhere.
Yeah.
You're usually just hopping on a subway or in your car for sure. Or
Subway
in a taxi.
in Toronto only.
Right. Yeah. But I just wanted to say that in Korea, there is a huge walking culture. You will see people like the older people, like the older ajishis and ajumas, they live a long time because they walk a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you go
you're right.
Right, and if you go to the beach like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, you will just see them just walking, exercising everywhere.
Right.
Right, and that I love that culture because it keeps people so healthy. Walking is so underrated. It is so underrated. Yeah.
It is. It's good for your back too. I have a bad back, and doctors tell me all the time you got to walk more.
Really?
People with sedentary lifestyles, which is like 90% of the population, because we are in office working on our computers and stuff. So we sit most of the time, not moving. But people who are outside, active lifestyle, but like construction workers, they are always moving.
Right.
They never go to the hospital for backaches because they're always healthy. They're always moving around. They're always walking around.
Right.
And a lot of ajumas, ajishis, they hike a lot every single day in the morning.
Right.
Not just walking, but like up small mountains.
Right.
And then you might have heard about this term, 산스장.
What is that?
산스장? So you know 헬스장?
헬스장. All right, I know 헬스장 is.
What do you think 산스장 means?
Is that the little gyms they have in the mountains?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are the best. I love those little mountain gyms. Right.
Yeah, they have outdoor. We'll have a picture so you guys know what we mean. So they have that, but then there's also outdoor little gyms. You could say like bench presses and like things you could do. There are a lot of those all over Korea.
Health is very serious for Korean people, and it shows. Like they take care of themselves.
They're really into it.
Yeah. Let us know if we got it right, if we got it wrong, and what you think in the comments.